Hey guys, it's Anna from the Pink Tulip Designs, and today we are going to be making a beer cozy, kind of like this. I've just put a coaster around it so I don't show the brand because I don't really want to promote beer, but I'm making this for a family friend of mine who does drink a lot of beer. This is actually my parents' beer because I don't drink beer, believe it or not. So yeah, it's going to wrap around kind of like this. It's going to be on the bottom, up the sides, and then just, a little tie around the neck, just to make it so your hands don't get cold while you're drinking the beer. That's basically what we're doing today. I hope you all enjoy. Let's get right into it. Okay, we're going to use this wool. I did use it in my previous video, but I think it looks really cute, so we're going to be using it again. I'm just gonna sort of follow the shape of the bottle when I'm crocheting. I'm not following a pattern for this one, but I'm just gonna start off with a magic ring, put 6 into it. I think I'm gonna do a quick time lapse. But yeah, I'll be showing you guys my progress throughout the video, and I hope you all enjoy. And yeah, I'm just gonna be sat here crocheting for probably an hour. I don't think this will take too long. Yeah, on with the time lapse. Okay, this is now how it's looking. I'm just going to quickly sew in my tail. Grab my needle. I only had my tiny needle in it. We want a bit bigger needle. This is the needle I'm going to be using. I normally use metal needles, but I don't have one with a big enough eye, so I've got to use a plastic one on this occasion. I don't like using plastic needles because they always squeak. I really hate the squeaking. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the squeak. It's also really hard to get the needle through. Go. Hold it through slightly too far. It's fine. What I like to do with my magic ring is to make sure the hole stays shut. Is I like to tie it off when I'm sewing in the tail. So basically, I've just sewn through the back of it, and then I'm just going to loop the tail through there basically. So I've just sewn it through, and then I'm going to loop the tail back through with the needle just to create a little knot, and then I'm going to sew the tail in just a little more, and then it should stay closed. I always make sure to pull the knot really tight as well. just so you don't see it. More squeaky needles. There we go. This is how it's looking on the outside. And on the inside, once I cut this tail, you can't see it, you can't see the knot. So I'll cut it now. And as you can see on the back here, you cannot see where the knot is at all. I think in most cases, I think with acrylic yarn you can feel the knot a little bit, but in this type of yarn you can't feel it at all. That's how it's looking. Okay, I'm going to work up a couple more rows. If I just check my beer bottle, I think I'm actually only going to need one more row, if I'm being honest. It's quite a small bottle. I will get back on with the time lapse and I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, here is how it's looking now. This is the size that I want it for the bottle. I've just done a quick measurement. I will wrap it up with a coaster again, because again, I don't really want to be promoting beer. Not that many people are really going to see this because I'm a small channel, but that's not the point. That's kind of the size I want for the bottle. You can see it does overhang the bottle slightly. Move the coaster up a little bit. It does overhang, which is what I want to. I'm going to create like a little ridge at the bottom by doing back loop only stitch, and then I'm just going to crochet up the bottle until we hit the neck, where I'm going to do like a little drawstring tie off bit, and then we'll be done. Let's get right onto it. This is how it's looking. I'm not sure if you guys can see the ridge that clearly, but it's this row right here. Sorry, my light's actually behind my camera, so every time I try and show it up close it gets really dark. I'm not sure if you guys can see the little ridge there. That little ridge just makes it so it'll, you know, fold up a little easier. It'll end up more, if I try and fold it to show you guys, more like that, and the beer bottle will just sit in there. So it'll look like that all the way up, and that little ridge just helps with the fold really. So yeah, now we're just going to keep crocheting up. If I show you with the bottle, it just sits in there quite nicely, and we're just going to crochet up to the neck, like I said a moment ago, yeah, this ball really is not going to take that long at all. Okay everyone, I am back. I had to take a quick break because my wrist started acting up again, and by the time I came back onto film it was way too dark. So I did end up finishing this off camera, I apologise for that, but here is how it's looking. Put a cute little bow, it's just a little drawstring pouch kind of design at the top. It's got like the little holes and stuff. I think it looks super cute. It turned out exactly how I wanted it to. Again, I didn't follow a pattern for this, I just kind of freehanded it. We are now going to move on to a cat keychain. And I was thinking of using this little fluffy wool. I hope I have enough here. I haven't made this pattern before, but this should be enough, hopefully, in theory. It's a very small keychain. So, nice fluffy wool. We're going to get right onto it. Okay, I did start it off camera just because fluffy wool can be really tricky to start with. So this is just the first 2 rows. We're going to go into a quick time lapse now. Okay everyone, I have just stuffed and put in the eyes of the cat. The fluffy wool is making it really challenging, so I don't think I've recorded much of this. I think the time lapse is going to be very short up to this point. I forgot to mention before though, the link to the pattern is in the description box. I'm going to be cutting the fluffy wool around the eyes so they're a bit more visible. But let's close the head now. Okay, I've got the head portion of it finished off. I've sewn it shut and I've even cut around the eyes so you don't get the fuzzies going over them so the poor thing can't see. I'm now going to move on to the ears. Let's get into it. Okay, here are the ears. I ended up doing them off camera because they were a little bit fiddly with the fluffy wool. Here they are. I'm about to sew them on. I think I'm going to move this one down just a little bit more there. I think it looks super cute so far. I'm going to put a little nose and mouth on it as well. Probably just like a little nose or something. That's not in the original pattern. That's something I'm just going to add on to it. And then we're going to attach the keychain onto the middle of your cat keychain. The body has ended up a bit bigger than it is in the pattern that I'm following online. Again, the pattern will be linked down in the description box. But that's simply because it's been made out of fluffy wool. It's a bit more squished in their actual pattern. I do recommend checking them out because their pattern is absolutely adorable. But yeah, let me sew these ears on because clearly they've just fallen off. And I'll be right back. Okay, the ears are fully sewn on. The fluffy wool really makes it look like a little mouse for some reason. I'm going to put a little pink nose on there, but first I'm going to attach the keychain, which is going to look tiny compared to this little putty cat. So it's going to be, let me put the keychain on and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I have now attached the keychain up here. Looking super cute. Just going to put the nose on and we'll be right back. Okay, I have finished sewing the nose. I feel like that definitely made it a lot more cat-like. Thank you so much for watching today's video, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed it. We've got the cat and the beer bottle cozy done today. Comment down below what presents you guys are making for your friends and family this year for Christmas. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!